Hey everybody, it's Angie from Trips with Angie, and this is video number 3 in my series on the Majestic Princess. We are on a 7-night Canada, New England sailing round trip from Boston. Yesterday was port number 2, which was St. John, New Brunswick, and we happened to be there on New Brunswick Day, which was kind of fun. For this port, we dock right in downtown, which is great. You can get out and visit shops and museums and restaurants right from the ship. Now, St. John's is a little hilly, so keep that in mind. It has some steep inclines. If that doesn't work for you, they do have a ride-sharing service called Uride. Uber and Lyft do not work here, so you're going to need to download the Uride app or take advantage of one of the taxis that were all lined up right when we came out of the terminal. For our day in port, we had pre-booked a Princess Excursion to the Moosehead Brewery. Now, the Moosehead Brewery is very easy to visit on your own. It is a stop on the hop on, hop off bus. They have a great tasting room where you can try some of their beers, and they offer tours available to the public. The reason we booked it through Princess was because they had a special tour just for Princess guests. So the regular tours were around 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. in the afternoon, but for our tour, we met at 9:30 to leave the ship at 10 a.m. Yes, a lot of people were joking that it was a little early for beer, but I said, hey, the Princess Shore Excursion team set it up, so they knew that some of us didn't mind. Now, this tour was a little odd. I will say it is the first tour I've ever been on where they didn't tell you how beer was made. It really focused on the history of the family that started the brewery, and that's what most of the talk was about. After the tour, they took us back to the pier, and we walked to Britt's pub. This is one of my favorite spots from our previous trip to St. John. One thing I love that they do there is they have a seasonal poutine. Last time we were there, we had an amazing butter chicken poutine, and this time the theme was turkey dinner. That's right, they had turkey dinner on the menu, and I don't know why more restaurants don't do this. My husband got the full dinner, which was turkey, mashed potatoes, veggies, stuffing, cranberry sauce, and then I got the poutine version where you subbed out French fries for the mashed potatoes and cheese curds for the vegetables, and it was delicious. So highly recommend stopping there for lunch when you're in St. John. After that, we walked down to the harbor front and met up some friends at the St. John Ale House. This has a great outdoor seating, a great spot for all different kinds of food and drinks. They have a wonderful beer list, so this is a good place to go. There's also a park just outside with a small splash park for kids, plenty of places to relax and chill out and just enjoy the view. And there's also a set of concrete stairs down to the ocean. So if you want to check out the small beach there at low tide, you can also put your feet in and get a say you've been to the ocean in New Brunswick. After exploring the town, we headed back to the port, and there was a container village there that had a number of food trucks and different shops. As you know, we canceled our specialty dining reservations because we did not want another 2.5-hour dinner, and we headed to the buffet. I took advantage of the ramen station. Now, the ramen station was good. The broth was just basically chicken broth, as far as I could tell. It did not have a lot of strong miso flavor or strong pork flavor that you typically get with ramen, but they had the noodles, the wontons, you could add chicken, and then they had all the great toppings, so if you wanted to add cilantro, chili oil, any of that. So we doctored it up really good, and it was a nice bowl of ramen as we sailed away. I love sitting out back as you're pulling out of port. This is a great option if you're going to have dinner at the buffet. You get these incredible views of pulling out of port as you're eating your buffet dinner. Then it was time to head to Princess Live. In the evening, Princess Live has all kinds of trivia and game shows, so that's really fun. We did the 80s challenge, and it got a little wild. So that was super fun. And then we headed to the theater for Fantastic Journey. This is a new show to the Majestic Princess, and I think a new show to Princess. I was so impressed and surprised by all the tech that they've added to the show. It was full of popular pop songs. Here, let's take a look. After the show, it was time for the 80s party, so we headed to the Piazza. The entertainment staff was there, getting the party going. The band was there. It was really fun. Now, I was surprised though that it was in the Piazza. Usually these parties are up on deck. So I think Princess has moved away from deck parties and preferred just to keep everything inside. Now that's good because you don't have to keep changing it based on weather. The sound's a little bit better and you get more of a party vibe, especially if less people are coming. Like 100 people in the Piazza feels a lot more fun than 100 people spread out over the deck. So I think that's a good change, but for those of you who love a deck party, that might be something to keep in mind if you're considering sailing on Princess in the future. Then it was bedtime. Today has been a sea day, so I'll tell you the truth, it's about 12:30 and I haven't left the cabin yet. I ordered room service breakfast and room service lunch, and I will tell you my room service lunch was very sad. My turkey sandwich didn't really have a lot of turkey on it. So my husband brought me a piece of pizza, and now we are getting ready to head to Deal or No Deal to see if our friends win $1,000. All right, so that is the daily update so far. Look forward to my next video because our next port of call is Halifax, Nova Scotia.